Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video I'm hitting y'all with something very simple. I'm actually discussing technology and shoes, so something I actually haven't done before where I'm not just discussing shoes, but I'm discussing other things I'm holding. Because if you think I just hold shoes, that would be very incorrect. There's other things I focus on, of course. I'm sure you guys too. I mean, there's other things that you can make money on passively and also just invest in that aren't, just shoes. I mean, what do you think stocks are, like everything else? So today I'm discussing some of my best passive investments that I've been making on the technology side and also just kind of online recently that aren't necessarily shoe related. And you'll see by the title of this video, I'm discussing a couple topics. I'll even get into Travis Scott Astroworld a bit, kind of discussing why I think you should still hold the shoes. Kind of understanding, that he didn't even have authority to stop the event, things like that. I'll show you that. So yeah, we'll really be getting into it, discussing why I have some good holds here, or not why I have some good holds, but just some ones I think, you can hold on to. I got some proof that they're good holds. So yeah, we'll get into that. But main topic of this video and the first kind of thing we're discussing is why I would hold technology over something like a rare sneaker, currently at least, not long-term. Long-term, obviously something like this, for example, a Travis Scott Fragment Low. This is a great long-term hold, something for a year plus. Definitely something you would want to hold on to, better than something like a PS5, which would be on the technology aspect of things. Now this one, again, when I say year plus, long term, I mean a year plus. That's what I was going to say. Obviously you know how long a year is, hopefully at least, but just however long you want to hold it, that's up to you. The longer you hold it, the more money you make. But with something like this is something that is a seasonal item. So something like this right here at PS5, this is just something that I'm holding until Christmas. I accidentally hit that on my chair, but it'll be good. They put a lot of padding on the PS5, cases, which I actually really appreciate. So shout out to Sony for actually keeping it real and, not destroying their tech and shipping. But yeah, they should probably not use FedEx. That's just my main thing I recommend. But I actually like FedEx around here. My FedEx is actually very helpful and useful. I've never lost anything, and everything's been delivered on time. So I mean, I can't say too much over here in the Charleston area. They do a very good job, actually, which is, not too surprising. Hard workers. But I just kind of want to show you why. I want to show you some proof, a little bit like of, evidence to what I'm saying. So you'll agree with me a bit more as to why something like a PS5 has been such a good hold. I mentioned PS5s in a video a week ago, I think, and they were going for around $750 at the time. Now, these PS5s in disc versions are going for around $810, $820. So you could easily sell it for over $800, maybe $850 locally. So that just little piece of advice would have already made $100. I have 3 PS5s that I've been holding for retail right now. Of course, only going to continue to try and get more with Black Friday coming up. I mean, my goal is to have at least 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I really don't have a goal, just as many as possible. That's really the main, objective with what I'm trying to do with PS5s, because that just means more profit, more money I can put into investing into shoes and other things. Of course, one of the best things you can buy right now to invest in is just Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, they pretty much follow each other. So, I mean, Bitcoin's like, for anything crypto related, it's pretty much like the market. I mean, when crypto goes up, or when Bitcoin goes up, most cryptos go up. When Bitcoin goes down, most cryptos go down. That's just how it is. So another thing that's, again, get a bit repetitive right there. I don't know why I repeated those words, but it's just another good hold. I've made a lot of money off that, and I just recommend it for the long term. Again, it may go down short term. You can wait a bit maybe to buy it, but I just personally see a lot of value, because people think Bitcoin and these other cryptocurrencies have no value, but it's literally like the reason the market exists for cryptocurrencies, because it's bought and sold to the next buyer. Like, the price raises because somebody will pay that higher price. That's the reason, that's why it's a good investment, is because it gets sold. Like, there is value to it because somebody is paying for the higher value, so it can get there. People act like it's pointless. It's not. You just need to look into it a little bit more. I promise you. I looked into it, and it's been good. So that's just all I'm gonna say right there. But let me pull up the screen recording real quick. I want to do this right here. I don't have my Instagrams on the screen, but if you want to check my Instagrams down below, I got a little 50K giveaway going on there for some off-white dunks. Don't miss out on that. You don't want to miss that, because there's some good pairs and you can win them for free. So go get entered there if you haven't. But here's why I want to show you all this, again, showing how good of a hold it has been weekly. Look, like pretty much weekly it's been going up. Look, like this is a week, this is a week, this is the start of a week, and look, it's finally crossed $800 again on disc versions. My prediction, again, as I said, I think these will probably get near $1,000 Christmas time, probably to around $950. I don't think they will cross the 1,000, but I'm sure it's not a stretch to say I could probably sell it for $1,000 locally. Would I do that? Probably not. I honestly, like, there's a point where it's right, but no way I'm gonna just sell a console to somebody for $1,000. Like, there's a point where it's like, all right, profit, but then there's a point where it's like, all right, this is just wrong. It's called morals. I think people, we understand it. We have, and that's when my morals would probably come into play. Is when I'm selling somebody a console for $1,000 so they can get it give it to the kid for Christmas just to make him happy. You know, that would affect me a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you'd have to, like, I'd have to know that they're at least at a certain financial standard. It ain't nothing. Hopefully you understand what I mean. But yeah, looking at these, I mean, look, pretty much both versions, even the digital versions. Digital has even been rising more hectically, but you can see this was down here all the way at $600 in, you know, April, and now look at that. I mean, this is just such a great hold. I would obviously hold these over shoes right now. I mean, just with the demand, Christmas season coming up, there's not going to be anything doing better than a PS5. And look at the amount of sales this has, bro. Over 100,000 sales. And let me show you this. My friends actually told me about this, so shout out to them. Look at this. So my friends actually showed me about this article. I didn't even know about it. So PS5s are going to be getting cut by around 1 million units due to component shortages and just for logistics constraints, which I'm assuming has to do with the data on you know, PlayStation and like what they own and all that. But yeah, basically the chip shortage is causing 1 million less PS5s to be produced. So with that in mind, how is this not a hold? If you can cop these for retail, or you're a good retail botter, or you're in, like, for example, a chat like Secret Sauce that has been copping them for me, then I mean, yeah, just keep buying them and holding them. They're only going to be going up. There's 1 million less now being produced officially, according to PlayStation, their own words. So I'm just going to put that into account right there for you all. And again, just discussing this as a long-term hold, kind of why I would hold technology and other things over shoes right now. And I don't know what I'm going to title this video. It's just kind of like, I've discussed a whole lot of different things, but really, I'm just trying to discuss how y'all can make some money. So aside from these kind of short-term seasonal plays, which I just kind of explained, one long-term again, it's better than you know, a PlayStation long-term, obviously, but I would still hold anything Travis Scott related. Don't forget, this isn't, I'm not just like discussing this model in particular, but you can see nothing about this has really happened since Astroworld. I mean, oh, this might be like a slight drop. I don't think Astroworld was on the 8th, and if it was, I'm sure this isn't the reason it dropped in price. But this, if anything, the events that happen there are just going to give Travis Scott more attention. I mean, he's been one of the most talked about people for, like, I think the last week or so. So I mean, that can pretty much say enough right there. But looking at this, he had no authority to stop the event, and there is like a document out there that shows there was only 2 people at the Astroworld event that actually had authority to stop what happened, and he was not one of those 2 people. So with that in mind, if Travis even wanted to stop the show, it wasn't his decision. So, you know, that just, you got to kind of understand that, take that into account, and, you know, that kind of puts a different perspective on things. He couldn't do too much, but he was trying to help. It just, overall hectic, terrible event. The people that organized it should get in trouble, though. I agree with that, because the people that organized it definitely knew something was up. Yeah, that just, come on now. There's just too much, like, too small of a space. So that's everything. So check my Instagrams, any of that down below. Again, this that 50K giveaway I've mentioned, and I mean, I've mentioned the last few. Just don't miss out on this free pair of off-white dunks. Y'all do not want to miss out on, because you can win one of these for free. So shout out my guys as always at Secret Sauce for giving me the opportunities. I mean, they're the ones that have caught me these few PS5s for retail right here, so feel free to check them or anything. I'm not gonna like link them down below, but you can see they're on this my Instagram right here. So when you check that, you can go click there, give them a follow, you know, do whatever. And yeah, that's everything I need to mention right there. So there's a lot of good seasonal holds like PS5s, obviously something like, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I'm holding a bunch of different things, and of course, just anything Travis Scott related, still hold on to it. I don't think the events at Astroworld are necessarily going to affect. You can clearly see Nike is still holding their collaboration. So when I say affect, Travis Scott's here to stay. That's what I mean. So I'm gonna end this. I'm Tristan. Thank y'all for watching, and I'm gonna get some breakfast. And you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. It's a chill day. That's a good thing about it. See y'all in the next. Peace.